Go. 1, 2, 3, go. And you're looking very dark. Need more light?
Maybe.
What about your overhead light? Maybe we need to bring it over some more.
Maybe. One moment. Are people on?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's actually 2:59. Hi, Debbie. Debbie's on. Hi, Debbie. Hi.
And D. Lloyd.
And Lorna. Hi. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Janice is on.
Hi, Janice. Jennifer Jackson. That name sounds familiar. Jennifer Jackson. Almost sounds like a movie star name.
You were saying you're gonna say she's a client. Jennifer Jackson? Jennifer Jackson?
That's a client as well?
No, I have some Jennifers as clients, but Jennifer and Jackson together. No, Jackson as client too.
She says, yeah. So maybe it's a client.
Jennifer Jackson. Hi, Maxine. Ricardo is here.
Oh, she says that I spoke to you before.
Oh. Name sounds familiar. This is as many. What? Oh, many. Os many.
Oh, it's a Spanish name.
Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, Olivia. Oh, we help your daughter with taxes. Okay, great.
Oh.
Okay, great. Hope she's ready to buy. Hi, Jaman TV. Thank you for joining us. Black Chinese.
First time on live. Welcome.
Welcome. Naku Jam.
Naku Jam.
Naku Jam. Hi. Afternoon, Naku. So the budget is being read. Did anybody listen to the budget? The Jamaican budget debate, that is. No, the rest of the world in war. They're not reading the budget.
True.
Anybody listen to the budget? Was there any good takeaway? Any bad takeaways? I recommend this. No, Menzi, thank you for joining us. Hi, Joy. Thank you. 4 p.m. Queens, New York.
Did you catch a lot of the budget reading?
I only caught the what's his name? Right Honorable Nigel Clark. He's a finance minister.
Okay.
I
tend not to listen to the budget debates when they come on.
I'm listening because I want to hear what's going to affect real estate, really.
But won't you know that in the summary on what they decide?
No, man, there are not a lot of There are a lot of little other tidbits that they will talk about.
You know, when one of them was, you sent it to my phone.
I sent it to your phone.
Yeah, so just silent.
Down. Yeah. One of the things that popped up in the budget was about the electric cars and the 10% duty.
10% duty is a lot on an electric car?
No, it was up to 60% to bring in a regular car. So that
they're charging us 10%.
Yeah, they've lowered it for electric cars.
That's good.
It's 10%.
That means they're expecting gas cars to go out of business? What?
Well, I understand that in the next 3 to 5 years, some companies will no longer be making gas cars. They will roll out electric vehicles. I think Toyota has already said that they will do that. But of course, they would support the older cars with the gas. Yes.
Okay.
But the big superpowers are pushing for electric cars to roll out, as opposed to gas. They want to reduce their gas consumption. They also want to reduce the problems we're having with the ozone layer and climate change and all of that.
I don't get it. What do electric cars run on now?
Battery.
Okay. That's powered by the watts. How you power it?
Electric. You plug in the car. Plug in, charge a battery and drive.
Right. So how is electricity generated now? They don't need
They,
oil
they
for
need
that?
oil for that. But I guess I would say if you go with an electric vehicle, it would suit you to put on solar panels
On your
on your
house.
house. That way, you are running your electric vehicle for free.
Can you put solar panels on the car?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But it would suit you to do that because eventually the skip over to electricity is they're gonna now raise the cost of that. So whichever way you get it,
Yeah.
you can't win.
It would be nice if the reflective surface on the car generates electricity to power the car when it's out in the sun.
Okay, so Jennifer says she's waiting on her accountant to finish with paperwork. Then she will contact you. We can't wait. Okay. But her accountant can also file through the taxes.
Maybe she's like fully self-employed, so they're doing the whole gamut of filing that you have to do.
Mm-hmm. No, that she said, okay, so yeah, so the accountant can file it as well. Hi, Nagumi Miller. Hi, Shugi Bradford. Hi, good day, Shugi. How you doing? Read a budget. A lot of goodies for the so-called vulnerable. Goodies. What goodies, Ricardo?
So-called vulnerable.
Mm.
That's almost tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, tongue-in-cheek. What? Goodies. Don't know.
Which one of the ministers came out about what $2,000? What was it that they were giving back?
A 2,000 or 10,000.
10,000.
If they were gonna open a bank account, or something like that. New York. Hi, Janet. It's 4 o'clock there. Hi, good to meet you. Hi. Future is here, Tony.
Oh, hi, Future.
Mm-hmm.
Future is on time.
Yeah, and Safi's here. And Safi's here. Could you give me approximate price on the new developments upcoming on North Coast? Why? You're looking at over 300,000 US for sure. I mean,
I think that's the base price now.
That's like base 300, 400, 500, 600,000. That's what you're looking at. But can you find any house for that price in the States or in Canada or in the UK? No. So Jamaica is still a good pull.
Mm-hmm. And these are new houses too.
Yeah. I know you can't find that in the States in any sensible neighborhood right now. Charging stations, Wayne is saying. I saw one yesterday I pulled up at a station in New Kingston. So there's a charging station in New Kingston. There's one at Draxall, because I'm there so often. The Boot gas station in Draxall have a charging station. There's also one across from the Fields Hardware on Constant Spring Road.
But I do believe if Jamaicans start bringing in electric cars, the gas stations that are currently there will offer the service. Changing out 1 or 2 pumps.
Let's start rolling them out already. My challenge is why I haven't considered the electric vehicle is the fact that we don't have the long range battery. I'm driving from Kingston. I'm going to Draxall. Then I'm heading on to Montego Bay. Then I'm going on to South. I'd have to stop and charge up.
But why don't you just buy a long range car?
And then long range, they don't have them yet. They have them, but not reasonable yet for it to be here. I think Tesla probably have one long range battery. And the thing is, it's gonna take me 20 minutes just to charge up the vehicle. I don't have them kind of time.
Yes, you do. That's the amount of time we stop to eat lunch.
No, but it's more than one charge. So I'm reach Draxall, I have a charge. I'm reach Mobile, I have a charge.
That's breakfast. That's lunch.
I'm reach. I don't have time for that. I don't want to hang out at a station and charge up. Okay. When I'm going to the gas station, I want to be in and out. Mm-hmm. In and out. Gas station, a high profile place. I just want to be in and out. So that is my thing. More money for part. Beneficiaries, I'm not giving them enough money. $900 a month. That's bus fare to get there to collect the money. No.
So it's not like bank transfer. They actually go and line up for it.
Must be bank transfer by no. A charge station as well. Okay, Lee Supermarket charge, putting in one as well.
Okay.
The range not there yet. That's the issue. Yeah, and I can't stop at a gas station. My little car when me drive now, me can't full the tank. Drive go all the way. I go North Coast, I go Montego Bay, I go Lucy, I go St. Elizabeth, come back round through Mandeville and come back on my yard.
without
full up my tank again.
So the issue seems to be that they need to create stronger batteries.
Long range, them call it.
At a more economic price.
Yeah. The long range. I have long range. So yes, I put in the charging stations, but I'm changing cars this year. I would still maybe buy a gas vehicle. Luxury. Why people luxury car cheap now, man? We've been looking at them. New ones are cheap, but it's a resale. Man, nobody. We saw a 2012. What was it? Range Rover Evoque has been on the lot for how long? 6 months.
I think it's 8 months.
8 months for how much? 2.2 million.
Yeah.
And nobody now buy. Me say them people I prefer to buy a Pro Box and
yeah, they would.
Than buy that. And I guess it's because of the maintenance. The maintenance.
The vehicles are going to be the same cost, but the maintenance is going to be far cheaper on the Pro Box.
But the insurance is cheaper on the luxury.
On the luxury.
Yeah, it's cheaper on the luxury, the insurance. But the maintenance, to buy a brake shoes, it's going to run about 50 grand just for the brake shoes or the brake disc.
And that's buying genuine or non-genuine.
You can't buy non-genuine for Benz. Where's that? There is nobody who makes off the market for the luxury vehicles, the Benz and Range Rovers, all these. You better back out your money for genuine.
No.
Plus, you have to roll up to the dealer
and get it fully serviced.
Yeah. You have to catch up your car on a little man backyard. You got to be kidding me. No. All right, what I think I'm out of the blue saying, and funny you should say that. I was there the other day. Actually was looking at it and said, boy, Claudia, you should have just buy one of these, you know. They're now at 19. Wish I had gotten in at 17. But they're now at 19. But what I say to persons on the North Coast, you know, I'm not for 19 million in a gated with swimming pool and this and that. That's your budget.
I know, because even Camelot is around that price, but there's no swimming pool and those things.
No. If that's your budget, you can buy it. It have wicked sea view. Tony, remind me, we need to start selling out of the blue. I mean, if we had actively gone and selling them would have sell off already. You know, missing some stuff. Limited charging. That's why gas will be king for the foreseeable future. Ricardo, I think them working on long range battery now. Would it be cheaper to install EV charger at your home? Yes, it's cheaper. You have to install one at your home. But you have to get solar. You can't use run on GPS. So out of the blue, if that's your budget, yes, you can buy it. We're gonna get out there and roll it up for you and really show you what it looks like. Future. Yeah.
What's an EV charger? What's that?
The charging port, I guess.
Oh.
EV. I don't know what the EV mean, but I guess it means the port at your home so that you can plug in the car.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think you would have to run. You have to run on a solar.
So can you just get a little solar just for the car?
You could.
Maybe a 2 panel.
You could. Oh, as you talk about electric. Another thing I heard that was kind of disturbing. I think it was the opposition minister who I heard it from. Didn't actually hear it. So we're talking about electric cars and going electric. Yet, I could have swear, did anybody else hear that the government of Jamaica was planning to sell out their 20% in JPS? Or did I hear that somewhere by fluke? Somebody confirmed that they actually said that. Because I'm thinking, then hold on, then if we're going to bring in electric vehicles, wouldn't it suit us to own our 20% in JPS? Why would we want to sell it? It doesn't make no sense to me. You want a seat at the table. If you want a seat at the table, and I think I heard the opposition leader, he said it. I know I wasn't sleeping. That if you want a seat at the table, you keep your 20% share in the JPS. You already sell out 80%. So why you want to? It's the only power company in Jamaica. The only one. Can you imagine one day them people are vexed and just shut down the grid? Just shut down the grid. I said, go out to the Jamaican people.
But the government is a representation of society. Black people sell out what them get for free. It's a representation of society.
Black Jamaica.
Yeah.
Black Jamaicans. Give away the inheritance. Why, people? Why are we doing that? Why? So technically, for me personally, I believe we inherited our public service, the light and power company. I read somewhere that we actually got electricity down in Black River before New York City. The British was here and they ensured that electricity was in Black River before New York City. So in Jamaica, and I know Jamaica have electricity, right? A lot of us are at an age where we can't even remember ever being in darkness.
Unless you never pay the bill.
Unless you never pay the bill. I use candlelight and matches, right? We've always had electricity. When I lived in Jonestown, we didn't have street lights, but we had electricity in our homes, right? And I remember the night street light came. Oh my God, we jumped for joy, you know, Tony. We had a dancing at the street, you know. When them turn on the street light, now we take that for granted, guys. But listen, the gains that the generations before you have made, you want to ensure that you hold on to it. We can't make 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards. We won't progress as a nation. So in your family, if it is that your granny managed to buy 1 house and your mother managed to buy 2 houses, you don't have to keep the 3 houses in our family.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't have to keep the 3 property. You can't. Or even if you sell 1, you replace it. Right? And the generation behind you know, listen, me have to come with 3, you know, because my mother could have buy 2. So there's no reason why my mother could have buy 2, my granny buy 1, and me can't buy 3. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when my kids were in school, I said, listen, I managed to scrape 5 O levels, you know. You can't get more than that. You can't come to me and tell me about, oh, Mom, I could only get 2. No. Not
but
20.
what if our mental capacity wasn't as big as yours?
Listen to me. As big as mine, you must share some part of the DNA. Some part of the DNA must rub off by you. Right? So you have to ensure that the gains that your family made in 1 generation, you cannot come, sell it off, give it away, walk away, leave it, and plunge back your family in a poverty.
But Rachel has 10 O levels, so how much Xander must get?
Xander must get at least 15, man. What you talking about? What you talking about? Xander, so me have 5. You didn't manage to get how much? 7. Rachel have how much?
10.
10. Plus Rachel have A levels.
A levels out of 10.
Out of 10. Plus how much degree behind it. And she might be the first one to get masters in our family too. But if that's the trajectory, so we have Xander here now. So backing Xander is 10 plus 5, 15 plus 7, 22. 22 subjects we have under our belt. So you're going to tell me, so the 3 we can't coach Xander to get 15 subjects? That's something with that wrong.
Okay, name Kiss.
Yes. No, I was saying, boy, pick me and sit down and get this. Because I will leave a sacrifice go on. So therefore,
give me that grandmother that at 6 o'clock touchdown off the football field.
Off the football field, where am I going to own? I own the football field. So it don't need to run up and down on it. Don't it?
True.
So listen to me.
Like rent feet.
Yeah. Listen to me, guys. We have to. Government of Jamaica, if you're considering selling out JPS, I don't know. With all the gains that we have made, we should now be thinking of buying back the 80%. That's what we should be doing. I should hear in the budget, oh, we have enough money in the reserve now, so we are going to buy back the Jamaica Public Service Company.
Can they do that though?
What do you mean? They don't can buy back. Let's say we like how we sell them, we don't can buy
Yeah,
back.
but what if they don't want to sell you? Can you
know
force a sale?
We'll farm an export company. Farm and export company.
Yes.
Let's say, man, you sell the money, a lot of them don't want to sell it back. You don't go buy the land beside it and do something bigger, better. Farm and ex company.
Yeah, because other countries have more than 1 power service.
Of course. Also, Ricardo confirmed. Government has been planning to sell its 20% for years. The IPO was delayed because of COVID. Here they know. No, me I say, where you selling it for now? If you're selling it for budgetary support, that cannot be. How can you sell a capital asset to go pay a light bill and water bill and pay some government workers? reoccurring expense.
Might as well just reduce government workers.
Guys, don't do that in your own household. So you can't sell a house that your mother have or your father have or even you buy because you want to go pay a student loan. You want to go on vacation. The light bill man are running down with some money. You want to go pay. No, recurring debts. You can't use capital money for reoccurring debts.
True.
Right? Capital money must be used for investing back into capital items, capital things that will make money. All right. So if there is no if either. You cannot sell the 20% shares that you own in the only single energy company in a Jamaica.
Not only that, it's one of those assets that controls so many other
assets. It controls everything in Jamaica, guys.
Manufacturing.
If we should have a power cut right now, the whole island, everybody sit down and look. Everything is controlled by power. Right? Everything, every industry. I can't think of an industry right now when I use electricity. I can't. Not in Jamaica anyway.
And we're not prepared for any other alternative electricity.
Yeah,
so like when light goes here, so everybody goes to their bed.
Yeah. Them trained to do that from them little. I always say, guys, if the light goes, find your bed. Don't light no candle and lamp. Go lie down by your bed and stay there. So, we need to teach Danda that too, right?
But Danda hasn't been through a power cut yet.
Not yet. But as he gets older, remember when you need to teach him that. I might not be here, but just remember that that's one of the things that he needs to learn. Anybody agrees with the government selling the 20%? I totally disagree. Even if you float in IPO, that is rubbish. When you float an IPO and me buy some shares, Tony buy some and somebody else buy some, do we actually own any part of JPS? No, we don't, guys. I remember I used to own some shares in an ICD, Matalan group, and the people them calling the shares. You have to go sell it back to them and call it in and take back them company. So what do you think gonna happen when the government float IPO and sell all our shares? Eventually, the people who own 80% are going to call in the shares and you don't own piece of JPS no more.
Right now, there's no voting or any decision making when we have that 20% as a country.
You can't go to a meeting or say you have shareholder, but you can't tell the people how to run them company. You can't, right? So guys, you can't do. Anybody agree for sell this? Tell me. Me say for buy back the 80%. That's what you must do. Or go open an next plan. What's your option on the outer M? Answer that already. It's all mindset.
No, there's another question. Is it good rental potential?
I don't think it's good rental, but it may be good capital gain when them finish the scheme. I don't think it's good rental. No.
There's lots of other options on the flat that people can rent.
Yeah, that where they wouldn't travel up in the hills for that. Remember, it's not only rental you make money from. Rental is cash flow, but remember you have capital gain. And you have profit income. You buy something and you sell it back for a profit. Or you have capital gain, which is in the real estate. You buy it for 19 and you sell it back for 25 or 20 or whatever.
Sophia says, what about Jamaica going solar?
Yeah. Solar is crucial for our future. Be self-sufficient. Whilst expensive satellite internet if need be. Yeah. We have to go solar. So each family, part of your money that you're saving up, think about going solar. So buy your own house and get into solar. Battery powered light instead of candles and oil. Yes, but solar, we have sunshine 24 hours. I second that. Buy back the 80%. Yes, we can't sell it if we need to keep the money in the country. May I tell you, Kendrick? And this is one of the things why I'm saying the people overseas, the bright people who gone away, don't need to come home, come back. Because obviously we have a problem with who is here. We can't make a decision. Decision flawed. True, Miss Claudia, I know someone who took his mother's nest egg and pay bills. They didn't take it and put it in another investment for her to make more money. Exactly how you do that. You can't do that. You can't take capital money to go pay a light bill and to fix your car or to do all that. You can't do that. Can't do that. Wind farm could work. Yes, Kendrick, that could work. So if the government of Jamaica go sell the 20% shares, take that money, build out another wind farm or solar farm or something alternate, I would have probably consider giving them a vote. If I say yes, do that. But if you ever take if you go pay some government worker, if you go pay some debt where you owe, then no. That's not on. Is that land in St. Thomas still available? We have a 3 and a 4 acre, right?
3.5.
3.5.
3 and a 4 acre. Yeah.
3 and a 4 acre farmland out in Yallas. Where the place name exactly again? Montpelier?
Yes.
Yeah. Have some woolly mango trees on it. Maybe the reason they're thinking of selling is because Jamaica made a bad decision 30, 40 years ago, and part of this deal was to sell 100% of ownership, but the public don't know about the backdoor deal. All of that to bites. All of that too. But I tell you, say, I don't know if I don't know the decision for sell your only power supply in your country to foreign nationals. Now who own the 80%? Who own it, Tony?
No idea. Okay, Google who owns JPS.
Yeah, who own the 80%?
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Because I don't know if I don't know, me have a bad feeling about this. Who owns 80% Jamaica Public Service? Right.
Marlboro Corporation of Japan and Korea East West Power jointly owns 80% share. So a Japanese company and a Korean company.
Tony, put up on the screen. I'm not see it. Oh
JPS even have this on their website in their About Us page.
Good evening. Hello. Anyone just put somebody said American Consortium. No, it get even worse. Somebody put on the chat there. But you want to share it? Some people probably can't know how to look at them chat. JPS put this on them about page of all the things. No. Jamaica Public Service, an integrated electric utility and a distributor of electricity in Jamaica. The company is engaged in generation, transmission, and distribution of power, electricity, and also purchases power from a number of independent power. Marubeni Corporation of Japan and the Korea East West Power jointly owns 80% shares in the Jamaica Public Service Company. The government of Jamaica and a small group of minority shareholders own the remaining share,
which is only 20%. So the government of Jamaica don't own the 20%. There is a small minority of shareholders.
My God. You can't believe back in the day when them sell this, was because they were saying they couldn't make any money. So how you sell it to other people and they make money?
I don't get how you can't make money when you're the only person providing the service. Who is the competition to undercut you or anything like that?
Yeah. So guys, something wrong. All right, your program is
JPS, Japan Public Service. Yes, future.
Now I'm in shock. Japan and Korea. And you want to sell out your 20% share? Heaven help us.
But to think that two countries,
Japan Public Service,
came together to buy another country's electricity service.
Two countries come together.
Mm.
So why Jamaica couldn't come together and go buy two country electricity public service? Hell, we have the skill. All of them workers are Jamaican workers.
I don't feel like the government of Jamaica is interested in owning anything or even improving what they already own.
The truth is there are certain things that you must own. You must have control. To own it is to control it. If you don't have control, you're going to be in trouble. I think power is one of them. Just imagine now, you're fighting a war. Just imagine now if Russia did control the power.
In Ukraine.
Yeah.
Just turn it off.
I'm just turn it off. Man,
We don't even need to go to war.
You don't need to go to war. You just turn it off and everything mash up right there. So it's a shame that a Jamaica would sell their electric company. It is a shame, Monica. I think so. I think so. The current owner of the 80% are not the original owners of the 80%. They're not. So it has been sold many times. At one time, I thought it was an American company. At one point, that's what I thought. No, but no. And then at one point, I heard it was a Chinese company. So, yeah. Remember, they have to sell cement company before it started to make profit. All that. How is it you're a monopoly in cement and you're not making money? That is rubbish. How?
They soon tell us water not making no money either.
You want to sell your other water supply? Oh my God. No, but listen now, that is just bad governance. And I think part of that, again, has to do with the fact that we have a brain drain in Jamaica. So we don't have our bright people to maintain systems and to, we just don't.
What you said is our C students running the country.
Our C students are in the country. I kid you not. Ain't you afraid to tell them? It's a C student around the country. The A and B students have gone a foreign. They migrate. Ain't you afraid to say that? The only bright people that maybe might be here now, some of them in a medicine. That's because in Jamaica, they only take the top people in medicine. Top. If you're not stand up on the top podium, you can't get in a medicine.
And I really do think the really bright ones still do medicine here and then leave.
Yeah, they still do medicine and leave. Look how many were in your class, the medicine gone.
They did medicine.
Yeah, my Woolmas too, them do medicine gone. Somebody saying the same with the airports.
Governments are generally poor at making profits.
But government is us. Government is us, So when we go in there, we rub up the thing and rub this and rub that for coffers, it's us. And it'll tell me something too, so the school system now teach certain things too. We need to also own water and transportation. Yes. Same with the airports. Them sell out the airport too, I think at least out the airports, I think. Governments are generally poor at making profit. I would want to see more light and power companies and more water companies and all of that. NWC not making any profit. But as you said that, NWC not making any profit. I don't know. NWC have a lot of infrastructure that they have not maintained over the years in this country. A lot of the water tanks, when you drive through the rural areas, a lot of the catchment things that should have catch water have not been, you see grass have grow up on the concrete pad was supposed to have the waterfall pad for going like that. In our country, them call it the barbecue. And I know don't know come from country. Name the barbecue, the man would that tell me. When you look, grass have grow up on it. Oh, water fall on that and catch. Them don't maintain nothing. Right? So I can't see how you're a monopoly, you can't make money. I don't know. I don't see it.
Not only that, half the country still don't have no water.
Yeah. You can't build pipeline to carry water. What? You can't put in some PVC pipe and carry the water to the people. Something wrong with that. Something is wrong with that. Not to mention the fact, in our lifetime, we haven't built any dams.
Nope.
Every infrastructure where we get, the British build it and leave it here. And you can't even maintain it. Right now, the Mona Dam full. And they're full of debris and all kind of things. And you have land beside it that they could have built another dam and nobody. But you want to sell a 20% share, so go do it. Go pay some bills? No, man. Tell me, say you're going to use it build a dam. Or you're going to use it build an next power plant. Something. Right? So, you can't do that. Bad governance. And me, I say, which book them I read? Even my little book when you read, The Richest Man in Babylon that teach me that. The man from the book they read from 19 or
40 something?
24. Somebody remind me. Somebody in my book club remind me when Richest Man in Babylon read. Right. And the man knows say, I mean, I'm gonna read the book, man. Read the book. Everything sooner or later, many Jamaicans will not be able to purchase a home. That won't be true. They are able to purchase a home and will be able to, but the home that them can buy, them don't want.
Get ready for
me at 55, me at 55, and if me could have buy a house for my, at the time I was stuffing envelopes at Island Life. I was the lowest paid behind mail clerk, the lowest behind the attendant. I had to go buy a house at Spanish Town. I think every Jamaican, working Jamaican, if you're not working, you can't even buy saltfish, much less house. But every working Jamaican should be able to merge with them husband or wife or whoever. Sibling, mother, father who is contributing to the National Housing Trust. Every worker who is working, every Jamaican who is working in a job and working, contribute to National Housing Trust for over a year, should be able to purchase a home. The problem is, first of all, you spend off your money, you don't have no deposit. Not even the 5% NHG asked you to pay. So Waterford we sold one the other day for 8.5. Your deposit would have been 25,000. Somebody do the maths. But now you're not save that. Do you? No. So you can't just make a step. So you have your NHT letter where say, yeah, me can't get 4 million or 5 or 6 million. But you don't have a deposit, you can't do nothing. Right? Then you got to take some fufu loan. Because I have sold the persons who come to me. I need to get one of them to come on, you know. Them come to me, Miss D, them do have $1, but them a listen to me and them say, Miss D, I have to hold my house, you have to show me, you have to help me. I have to help me, Miss D. Them come them now no money. Me say, don't you have a buy house and you broke. But Miss D, you said nothing impossible and you say it. Don't forget, girl. She said, Miss D, are you me? I listen to you know. Anything you tell me if you do, me will do it. Anything. I said, all right. Pay slip. Get pay slip everything. Walk in a Scotia. Get them a demand loan. Boom, 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 look place to them. Walk in a NHT. Sit down beside them. Get them loan. People them start with zero. Them pay back them loan. Right? All it take the willpower. People don't want, and a little discipline, but some people don't want none. See there, Anthony, the book right 1926. Right?
Kamara said Miss D is more like DF running the country.
DF. No, that's so bad. DF. I tell nobody say me a student, you know, but me work hard. Me study my book. You understand? Every day I take me the whole DF study. Me I study it and go into the people in my exam. And I walk in there and I study the book. So it takes a little discipline, right? It takes desire to. Book teach me that is a book named Think and Grow Rich. It takes desire. The first thing the book teaches desire. Now it says, listen, if you don't want a house, you don't want a husband, you don't want a baby, you don't want this, oh, yeah, get that. You don't want it. You have to want it. You have to have the desire, guys. And that desire starts with you. It starts with me. But it doesn't start with your mother and your father, and it starts with you.
Wasn't one of your books saying it had to be a burning desire?
And it's the same book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Burning desire. I'm telling us a 3 book. Only 3 book me read and get sense, you know. Richest Man in Babylon, read that in 1988.
You need that book to start you off.
You need that book, the guys.
Every, I think, like 17-year-old should read that book.
Yeah. Should.
Every 17.
Before you get your job, you read the book.
Yeah.
I read it when I got my first job, 1988, when I was about my second job. And then the next book, Think and Grow Rich. And the other book is Robert Kiyosaki book, which is Rich Dad Poor Dad. What the rich teach their children that the poor don't. That's another thing. What the rich the title of the man book. What Rich Dad Poor Dad. What the rich teach their children that the poor don't. So if you want to know what rich people do, you have to go study what them do. You can't study poor people over there, so right? And all 3 books have the word rich in it. All 3 books. No, the Think and Grow Rich book never say work and grow rich. It says think I said, that's another thing.
Not only that, he doesn't teach you anything about working hard.
Nothing. There's nothing in the book that will say about you for work hard. Nothing in the book will say that. I kid you not, guys. There is absolutely nothing in the book. So if you take up the richest man in Babylon first and you do what him say you have to do, he might basics. He might tell you, say, don't spend more money than you have. Make a profitable investment. Right? They might tell you, right now in the book club, that's how the book we're doing. But you don't listen. When you go work with the collect on the money and still spend more money than what I earn. And you back out credit card and you borrow from your friend and you run go them a loan shark and go borrow from them and you're not. I know you're not full up your asset column yet. The richest man, the thing, Richard Poor that teach us that. He says, and in a sense, the same book, the first one, Richest Man in Babylon, teaches you that too, in another way, because that right from 19 no long. But you can't fill up a liability column. You have to fill up your asset column, but one do fill up on a liability column. Money come out of your pocket, none now coming in. You know, you can't buy house.
What's the funny thing is that it's rich people saying the liabilities.
Yeah, rich people want to stop it. My other people have thrown off a life. It's rich people selling the liabilities, and I'm glad they go buy. So, who not gonna blame? You can't blame government of Jamaica for that, no. No, government of Jamaica must be held accountable for selling our public assets. Yeah, I think so. Jamaicans have to learn how to practice group economics within the country. Group economics, what's that? First of all, I think we need to learn how to practice family economics. Therein lies part of the problem too. My FL didn't get his title before his passing. How does his daughter get their names on the title without too much headache? Your FL?
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law didn't get his title before passing. Can either go probate or you can go adverse possession. Geoland is a company that helps you with that. So they're gonna need a pre-check diagram for the property and all of that. But give us a call or WhatsApp and we explain it out for you. Are they overseas or local? Well, local them can just run going to Geoland and get that sorted out. If you can't afford to buy the book, it's on YouTube. The book is free. I mean, where the book? They might give you the book. Before I had to buy my book. I bought my book. Usually it's right here, but I think we can't.
It's free online in a PDF document.
It's free online in a PDF. Yeah. And this is the thing I'm saying. In this day and age, where information is free. I remember when I went to Woolman's, I forgot sold out a library for you read this, you do a little course and you read a whole heap of things. Remember? No, boom, look, they told you just go on Google and find out what GPS. Information at your fingertip. But what?
Back in the day, you have to go to GPS.
I never got GPS. Go to them library, go pull out that. Guys, this is 2022. There is no way under the sun, no way under the sun that you shouldn't have the information you need to move yourself and your family forward. Right? Somebody says a purchase a Monopoly type game from Rich Dad Poor Dad for my family to get acquainted. Yes, we have that game too. It's called Cash Flow. You would have seen it today, right? Because it's up on the shelf you're clearing. It's called Cash Flow. The book is called Cash Flow. We have that game as well.
But you know what I like about the game? The person with the better income and the better job always lose.
Well, lose because them timid forget the money when them having the man card, them get so much pay every month. Them timid for spending.
That's their expenses is like this.
Yeah, them expense high. But irrespective of which, when me draw, still me tend to come home because me a shark with everything. But you have to step out, guys. You have to work together. Cash Flow, that's the name of the book. So that's the name of the game. You can buy that game as well. So we will, when Xander is old enough, we will play that game with him and teach him certain things. The book is like that game is like your life. So you're gonna draw a card, which is your profession. So you might draw a police, a teacher, a nurse, and then you will play the game. You collect your pay, but what you do with the pay is important. Alric says he loved my choice of books. And I tell you, yes. If you haven't read any book, if you don't read no book for the rest of your life, and you read them 3 books there, you can't go wrong.
You also need to give those books to your teenagers.
Yeah, give them to your teenagers. And I can tell you, every book I've read at least Minimum I've read every book is 5 times. Minimum. The book club goes through the books. I'm always reading the book. And every time I read the book, I learn something new. Every single time. Because I may have glossed it, but somebody asked me, I stopped me. I said, Miss D, what that mean? Miss D, what that mean? And because I have to sit, read it again, explain it, can't always come out again. Working with family can be hard. You may be the one who want to buy assets and include your family, but they aren't interested in to buy assets. Yeah, but that's because you have to train them first. So the same books, you have to sit as a family, go through the book and read it, explain it, talk about it, analyze it, get in on the book, decipher it. That way, everybody on the same page. That's the key with it, you know. But you may be a little ahead of the curve with them, because that's what happened with me and my girls too. I was a little ahead of the curve because I was reading the books and I was implementing, doing it. But as they got older, to bring them in, say, guys, this is what it is, and we have to get it on the books with them. So you have to bring them on the same page, because remember, as Black families, we don't have nobody who would teach with that. We just a start now, right? So somebody says the opinion and philosophy of Marcus Garvey. You have to work together. Keep up the good work, sharing valuable tips, Miss Claudia. Hi, Glenn. Thanks. But these aren't tips, they're life lessons. The truth is you have to start. If you don't start the race, you can't get to the finish line. You can't sit here and say, mega start. Now, when the gun dry, you stand up. No, you have to run. You have to run. In life is a race. You have to run it. Now, how good you're going to run this race is dependent on what? How fit you are. So fitness come with, in financial race, fitness come with educating yourself, more knowledge. The more knowledge you have is the more you're going to be financially fit, right? So it's just like you. I used to do track and field. So did Tonya. We were 100-meter sprinters. So we know about getting fit for a race. You understand? You have to do the preparation work before. Part of the preparation work is with your family. So you have to sit, like today on a Sunday, you're having dinner. You say, okay, guys, after Sunday dinner, we will just do 1 hour of the book or half hour of the book. Everybody take out the headset, fling them away, and we'll focus on this book. Bring that back so that you can now get everybody up to speed on the knowledge and stuff that you have in your head, right? And you're going to learn more by sharing it with them. You're going to learn more. You're going to start looking at real estate. Like we in our family, we only talk about real estate. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. But we only talk about real estate. If we're in the car, we're looking at these buildings, we're going, oh, a piece of land or anything. And we step into a building, and the first thing we start to do is look at how it's built, infrastructure. Like I was at Luana, and I noticed that they built this whole thing around a tree, one tree sticking up, and the whole thing was around this tree. And we spent a good time talking about the tree building. But in our family, we really talk about real estate a lot. So if you come to visit us, that's the only thing we talk about. Sorry, if you want to talk about other things, nah.
Not this house.
Not this house. Not this house. So keep up the good sharing, good vibes. Anybody has a question that I missed? What I got from Cashflow 101 game is that no matter what profession or income you have, you can get out of the rat race, i.e. you can succeed. Yes, Lloyd. That's what I got to. It don't matter. Which is what I'm saying to you. It don't matter if you're the janitor, you're the cook. You can't buy a house. I mean to tell you now. You can buy more than one. Don't just stop at one. You can buy more than one. Yeah. So all of you know buying houses from me. Don't want to stop at one, but the more also no buy, the more me make, right?
Mom, but what I noticed about the game too is that when you get out of the rat race, and you have all this money and income coming in, and all you can do is just choose more deals. Yeah. Right. It kind of gets boring.
It gets boring.
Yeah.
It does get boring.
In the rat race is where the excitement of being broke and everything happening.
Yeah, when you're in the rat race, you get to choose deals and stuff. But when you come to the rat race, I found that part boring. when I came out of the rat race and I now had the money and I could go buy
Anything.
you could go buy a yacht, you could go buy a next investment, you could have, and even to this day, I still don't feel the excitement. I prefer being in the rat race where I'm now. That's why I said to my daughters, all right, every couple 5 years or so, all right, back to ground zero. Let's pretend we don't have anything. We're starting over. And what do we need to do now to start building another set of stuff, right? So you can do it that way too. Because I tell you, the other level is kind of boring. Yeah.
Because I mean, after you pay off your mortgage, it's like
you have to pay off your mortgage. So you have to pay off $1 million mortgage, and that done. You have a couple property under your belt now, and that done. Yeah, look for us. We're gonna do that $500,000 every month. You know, $500,000 drop in your bank account. If you're not careful before you know it, 1 year come and you have how much that? 6 million. Yeah, I said, well, what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do with it? No, guys. You have to just pretend, say, hey, let me start over now and see how we can repeat this thing. Because that's where the excitement is. Look for more deals. Get back in a debt with the market and start it all over. Right? Thanks for teaching our young people how to budget and save. We lack financial security. I don't want you saving. I want you to do what? Invest. So the same book teaches us, Donna. And thank you for your comment that we are to invest. When you save the 10%, then you must make a profitable investment. Yes.
Make your money work
for you, and you repeat that, then you repeat that before you know it. That book pushes cash flow, not even capital gain, cash flow. What he's saying is that you can sit back easy when money just a drop in your purse without you having to work for it. That's the where you want to get to. Money just a drop in. You don't want to get a look for the new deals. Tony and I just love look for new deals. That's why we jump in at that. But you really want to cash flow, right? And I guess maybe because Tony and I, we don't have romantic partners now. Mm-hmm. So we kind of met the real estate and pack up our head. That is our somebody give me a word, our passion, right? No. So we're not sidetracked with the man, quote unquote. I know a lot of you women get sidetracked with these men.
They can be a distraction.
I tell you. I know, been there, done that. They can be a distraction.
It can be a good distraction. It's not all bad.
No, it's not all bad. But you have to manage it. Mm-hmm. You have to manage it, right?
I do realize though that when we're in relationships, we don't do as well in work or real estate.
No. That's because they're a distraction. So if you want to well in your real estate, dump the man, them guys. The women, dump them. I'm telling you. Does junior achievement workshop happen in schools in JA? I don't know. I'm not so sure. I probably do, but
we don't have anybody in school, so we don't even know what's happening.
I don't know. Yeah, we don't. It's on a Xander now. We're probably going to school, but not even at the age yet. So we really don't. We have that gap right now. But I keep thinking a Jamaican school. I'm thinking, what am I going to send Xander to a Jamaican school to do? Must have go play football.
Oh, so he can have friends and interact in society.
Yeah, I guess
manage his expectations, you know?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't get that here. We make him win. Win, no matter what.
No matter what, him a win. Say, Tony, he put on a piece of race the other day and Xander have to win, man. That is my spirit, man. Have that winning attitude about him. Now I make you come in front of him. But Tony, I make him win, I never realize.
I know, when he gets so excited.
Yeah, he gets really excited when he reaches the finish. And he's just racing his little wagon, you know. Also, do you know what fruit trees I can plant whose roots won't affect the foundation of the unit? Coconut, palm tree, banana, plantain, them soft things, anything from the palm family. The rest of them, breadfruit, mango, ackee, definitely I'm gonna get in
apple. Oh my gosh.
Definitely. So make sure that the land big, like half acre. Don't bother go run for a quarter acre take care of it. And worse if you put your own sewage, the plant a tree near the sewage. The pit, the root will get into that pit and collapse it.
But you'll have a very healthy tree.
Yeah, you'll have a healthy tree, right? Tony, somebody said black don't crack. You guys look like sisters. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Alric. Yeah, we do look like sister. That's because we don't have nobody and stress us anyway.
True.
That's part of it too, I can tell you. Claudia, what do you think about buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat? Method is a real estate investment. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. You know why I don't like that? Always a fair find something for buy. Rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. So you're keeping the rental there.
I think the rehab part is the too much work part that I don't like.
I don't like. I prefer to buy the land,
build
the house, rent. No refinance around here. Repeat, but not refinance, just repeat. So buy, build, rent, repeat. Buy, build, rent, repeat.
But I guess they're refinancing because they need something to bring in the extra income to do the repeat.
Use your rental income as the income to show the bank that you have more income and get a new loan and buy again, build, repeat.
Just ensure that you're probably not using all your salary to get the first rental property, so that you're not maxed out on
debt service ratio. You probably can. I've been maxed out on debt service ratio. I'm always maxed out on debt service ratio.
Yeah, but
it's
our
not a
family has
disadvantage.
3 incomes.
No, you have 3 income. You never had that before. When I started in real estate, you never have no income.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But I was maxed out on debt service ratio. You can be maxed out on debt service ratio. So why I'm saying build is because when you buy a ready-made house, you're buying at retail. You're not really going to get the rent to collect to cover that. You have to build that cost. The way you build that cost. Oh, by the way, talking about building, I have to tell you guys that I'm going back to Hart. So I'll be at Port Maria Hart doing level 3 construction. Therefore, this class is here is on a Sunday. There goes my YouTube live. So this week is actually my last week on YouTube live.
There also goes book club.
Because my class is on a Sunday. But so this week for book club, I will have the book club this week. We're wrapping up The Richest Man in Babylon this week. And I will be on that course. That I don't know yet, but Tony will send it out. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on it. But we probably will have to reshuffle our timing again for the YouTube live. We just don't figure it out yet. But you'll see the ads going out and we'll tell you on our YouTube when we're gonna resume. So we may resume on a Saturday?
Maybe. Saturday's kind of tricky though.
Saturday kind of tricky. You referred them, we missed something what Leonie was saying. We need to pay back it. Move too fast.
Oh, maybe we can scroll a moment.
Is it?
Just go to YouTube.
Regular YouTube or my studio?
Regular YouTube. We're actually out of time. Today just went by so fast.
Oh, it went so fast. All right. Let me just share something with you real quick. I didn't even realize the time was coming up. Tony, where is it? All right, so today is going to be the last day for us for this time. But everything that you have learned since January when we resume, I want you to implement it, right? Implement fruit trees. What should I look for when doing a home inspection for a unit purchase at a new developer? Cracks. Those are usually hairline cracks. You're going to call them to come back. Settling cracks. So you're going to call them to come back for that. You really need to live in the house so you can pick up the problems. That's the key with new development, new homes. You have to send, so if you're not here physically, you have to say, Mama, go down and let's go live there for 3 months.
Yeah, sometimes the toilets don't flush.
Yeah, toilet don't flush. We had one where they didn't connect the bath underneath. Is when the homeowner came 6 months later and tried to use the bath. One whole heap of water, couldn't figure it out. They didn't connect the pipe under the bath, the waste under the bath. No, yeah, the key with that, Ricardo.
You're not even
Johnson
looking for stuff, but it has more like experience in the house.
Yeah, experiencing. Yeah, you're really. Well, I walk through. I don't know if walk through will help you.
Walk through doesn't.
And walk through if it pick up like if the door never paid properly.
Or if it's not swinging properly, or tile not
level, or grout missing. Like a client had a pet peeve about that. Grout missing. That's why you're gonna pick up on the functioning of the house. Does it leak when it rains? I mean, those kind of things. You have to just let somebody live there, guys.
So you have to check to see if the door locks and knobs are on right. And sometimes
upside down.
Yeah, like it's a Jamaican thing where the jab has what's it called? It has 8 slots for screws and they only put in 4. What's that called?
You mean the hinge for the door?
The hinge.
Yeah, you have a check for that.
I have a pet peeve about that because it comes with 8.
With 8. Yeah,
and
4
ones are
4 on that side. And then put in same thing with the kitchen cupboards.
Yeah.
So yeah, those little things. You have a check. When you planning to go? What about so?
In Canada, we take the equity out of the rental income and buy another property and so on. Yeah, that can work.
But why not just put the loan on the new house?
Mm-hmm. Winston, the link for book club is the same link we've been using for the last 3 weeks. Same link.
You don't have that? Can share?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna share it.
I'm just checking these messages to see if I actually missed anybody's. Or you can shoot it back to me if you think. But Tony, get to my thing. Let me just share it quickly with them. I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki.
What you want to share with them?
The cash flow quadrant.
Okay.
Open the slideshow first.
Amen.
Somebody says that it's sad when people return to Jamaica with their skills and expertise. They face an uphill battle with integrating into the workforce. You have to keep coming back and forth and get integrated, right? Don't just come one shot. Come as 3 months or 2 months or 6 months. Come back and forth.
Because chances are you're coming from a first world country.
Yeah.
So things are a little bit different.
Yeah. Asia Man says we still don't have no running water in St. Elizabeth. That's what I'm talking about. And somebody said Claudia for Prime Minister. All we future say all enough to do is buy and own some land before they sell it all to foreigners. We said that tongue in cheek, but you need to wake up and pay attention. Some persons have left some serious lands out here too.
I know, like you hear people talking about, oh, my dad has 100 acres. You know what land is 100 acres?
No, who goes away and leave 100 acres? I am only Jamaicans, I'm thinking.
Only Jamaicans.
Only Jamaicans. I don't see that happening to none of them people in other countries.
The funny part is like, why I don't even know where it's there. Rough.
Yes, book for teens and kids. Yeah, Rich. Yeah, we have that book too. Tony and Rachel went through that book to the one. Robert Kiyosaki has a book for teens as well, right? So you can get that one and read it together with your family. Just Joy. What's the name of the book? The name of the book is The Richest Man in Babylon. You can download it for free. Download it for free. Ricardo says, eat, sleep, and drink real estate. Yes, Ricardo. We don't know about the junior achievement workshops. Any tree that disagree in Jamaica, tall up with fruits on it. Don't plant it near your house. You will call people like me to come fix foundation. Enough money. I have NHT. Can someone join with you? There, NHT, but not be part of the property. They don't have money to put towards purchasing. Willing to pay back NHT loan. Yes, it can happen. Talk to NHT. Send NHT an email at wecare@nht.gov.gm. That's wecare@nht.gov.gm. Will there be good tenants that rent without worrying about non-payers? Then no rental money coming in. You always have some bad tenants. Always. That's why you want to have multiple tenants. Paying rooms. Canada, we take the equity. Okay, you did that right. So look like I'm finished. Somebody want to post a book club link again for these new. Ashani, yes, that is it. No, I have to. When I get into the school, so the classes are Sundays and Tuesdays. So when I get into the school next week, Sunday, I'll have a better idea of the timing and how best I can flex around it. Now, this class is all the way in Port Maria. So I'm either going to have to get back to the North Coast to do the live or get back to St. Andrew to do the live. Either that or Tony comes with me to do the live, which might be challenging.
Why would I do that?
Travel to, you know, go sit down in the class.
I don't sit on.
First, it can't even drive. It can't even go away.
Do you know how long the classes are? Like how
this is what I don't know.
You know, it's like a 2 or 4 hour class.
Yeah, because I missed the orientation. So next week, I'm actually in the class and figure out how it's going to go.
This is an 8 a.m. class?
What class?
Does it start at 8 a.m.?
Starts at 10.
10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Just one then. Starts at 10. I had a hard
time. I think the last time you had like 4-hour classes, don't it?
Or something like that. Tony, somebody said that they couldn't get on the book club last week.
I know, I've sent the link again.
You send the link again? All right. So you just click it and you should be in. I have a house in Greater Portmore, living in Canada now, 3 years. I want to buy a house in Jamaica. A reasonable area, preferably gated. First thing you have to know, Nadine, is your pre-approval. How much you qualify now for to buy a home? That's the first thing, guys. You have to know how much money you have in your pocket. She says to send. Somebody says send the link again. My mortgage is almost fully paid off. I also have a lot, 2-acre lot of the Sligo in Manor, but it's sort of remote. The lots are sold, but most of them empty or there. Nobody no bill. Mm-hmm. I have subdivision approval as initially thought of sectioning the parcel and building on one lot. Live up there anymore. So if you don't want to live up there, sell it. Do you think I should sell the house in Greater Portmore or make up the money to buy the gated community or borrow on the title of the land?
Depends on how much you pre-qualify.
Greater Portmore giving you money in your pocket every month, then you probably wouldn't sell that. What you would more sell is a land at Sligoville that not putting any money in your pocket. You always get rid of the investment that not putting any money in your pocket, or you don't see any foreseeable. If it is prime real estate in land, you keep it that. So anybody know of real estate on the North Coast? Land on the North Coast, Portland all the way around to Montego Bay, you would keep that. Mm-hmm. North Coast. Unless you really want to get out to go do something else. I mean, you have another investment, or you may be buying a house where you live overseas. Maxine says, we'll miss your Sundays live. Been joining since last year. We've got the playlist, so we'll be binge watching until you come back. Yes, Maxine, thank you for binge watching. But we're still going to be on YouTube. Remember, because we're going to bring you things as a sale and other stuff. Hi, Jaman. Forgot your own. Big up yourself. It was a jot form creation problem. Debbie says no. Use a link last time and could not get in. Hi, Jaman. Bless up. I went to UTech to do construction. Didn't take it serious. No, I wish I did. It is serious. You can jump into the heart. The heart school, guys, is a good school. This course I'm doing my level 3. I think I heard one of my brethren them said the course of $5,000. I say, you sure it's the course of $5,000?
$350.
Me say you never hear right, man. Anyway, when I go, but the last course I was in, I only paid $10,000. So I'm really not surprised if it's only $5,000. This is 5,000 Jamaican dollars.
But how does Heart pay the teachers when they're
subsidized?
Very
by the employers who have to pay 7% of their payroll. It's subsidized. Yet, as I said, these Jamaican people are wasting time. Yeah. How can you have the opportunity to go into a school, pay $10,000 for the whole course, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, come out with a trade, tiler, mason, computer scientist or whatever trade you're going there to do, and you sit up on the corner and smoke weed? How?
One work pay for the course.
Yeah, one work. Tony, you just plunge a toilet and get $5,000, boom,
Right.
and walk with $5,000 in there and not even 2 second work.
You get in away that I don't charge for plumbing services, you know.
Yeah, me I get to it. But me I said to myself, how can you possibly not go into the trade school? The hard school should be so full that them have to build school. Now them are begging for coming out of school. What's going on?
I really do wish Hart would make their courses a little bit more accessible though.
Right.
Because I mean you have your course what, Tuesday in the middle of the day?
No, night.
Night.
Yeah, 5 to 8. 5 to 8. But my Sunday is in the day.
In the day. But that's better.
Because at this level most persons are working. I mean we have companies running. You know, we can't come in and come sort out in the day. Dwayne says, I'm glad I went. It was free.
See, free.
Free.
I got lunch free too.
Yeah.
Goodness.
You get lunch free too. Tony get one stipend. When I was there, I got the stipend. I'm not giving nothing. No, I said, Claudia, you don't need that. You get a stipend. Yeah, some of the centers give lunch. My thing though is that when we're young, we tend to waste a lot of time. I didn't waste time when I was young. At 20 when I was 17, I didn't have time to waste. Plus I was on my own already. My father did done throw me out when I was 15. So we waste a lot of time. You have your little job and you don't realize your job is an asset. So when you lose the job, you realize, hell, the job was an asset. Put money in your pocket every month. You ready, Tony? YouTube live. All right. I was thinking, so the quote of the week was Oprah, understand the right to choose your own path is a sacred privilege. Use it and dwell in the possibilities. Oprah Winfrey says that. Understand the right to choose your own path is a sacred privilege. That right for you to decide whether you go left or right or straight is a sacred privilege. Use it. In some countries, people cannot choose what them do. If them want to live in Kingston and them they are Montego Bay, somebody have to sign the pass and give them permission. Right? You live in Western countries where you have the right to choose your own path. She says use it and dwell in the possibility. That's very important. What happened? The power of choice. People get up every day and don't choose. Know any good developers? Alric, it depends on what you want to do. Dwayne says he went when he was 20. Best move you made to date. Yes, Dwayne, best move. Cash flow quadrant. This is Robert Kiyosaki. This is where I got it first. Maybe some other author may have it, but this is where I learned it in Rich Dad Poor Dad. What the rich teaches their children that the poor don't. The rich actually teach them, putting them some things. You know, we are not teaching our children anything. Life, we're not teaching them about life and what they must do and how they must do this and whatever. And some of these children really just wanted to tell them what to do and then they will go execute it. Right? But as Black families, we tend to be afraid to tell our children, John, that's not the right road you're going down. This is what you need to be doing, John. This is your potential, and this is what you're to be doing.
And you need to start telling them from early.
Early.
You can't start at 17.
No. John, you're going to go to the university in Canada. You're going to study business. And you're going to come back. And we are running this patty shop now. But when you come back, we expect you to help us to implement and get to the next level. Why are you afraid to tell John that? When you send John down a foreign pan, him won't marry, we are busy and send US dollar go to John. For what?
And then he doesn't come back.
And then he doesn't come back.
And then him send barrel.
Yeah. And John, you know, I have no expectation of John. This is what gets me. Hear them now. Boy, Claudia, I don't expect nothing from my picnic. I say, what? You got to be kidding me. I say, what? You don't expect nothing from your picnic? What that mean?
Not even a glass of water?
Yeah, what does that mean, guys? What mean, really? You spend spend all this lunch money, bus fare, sort out your time and burn up at the coursework. I carry them picnic and go from this a place, that the place. Your whole life gets sacrificed. All your husband you lose. You lose your wife, you lose your this, you lose everything because them picnic take up so much of your head space that you can't, your rest of your life will suffer. And you don't expect nothing. As Tony says, you don't even expect a glass of water. Come on. Come on. That's something's wrong with that. Fundamentally.
Yeah. Any investment you make, you must try and get a return on it.
Why make the investment? Why never just take your money go buy a house? Where you give them lunch money and bus fare for? You know, should I go put them on part and make part give them the lunch?
I know.
That you do. You have to you must actually tell your children what you expect of them. The Chinese do it, the Indians do it. In this country, in Jamaica, I don't see no Indians and Chinese suffering, nor white people. It's only black people suffering. Why? Not working together is one of them.
And their kids seem to be living purposefully.
Yeah, their kids live purposefully. Them know what them doing. I pull up at a fast food restaurant. And when I look at them, I said, 2 Chinese youth come out of Benz, you know. Go inside. ... And I said, yes, Tony, you see them? Them are the owner. Young youth. Them are the owner. I sold a piece of land to a Chinese young man. Young man, come to me to buy the land for the development. What are we doing with our children? What is your expectation of them picnic? What is it? You must have some expectation and stop chat rubbish about, oh, me don't want nothing from my picnic. What do you mean you don't want nothing? What that mean? You don't want nothing.
I don't know.
Oh, yes, you give them half of your fortune. You don't want nothing.
Half of your fortune, half of your life, and half of your health.
Tony Ann, not talk about that. So you see Tony Ann just said the phone. Half of your fortune, your wealth, your life. And what else? Your health. Start early. Have the conversation. Let them know that what you expect from them. I used to tell my kids, you know, hey, me agree with the phone go and go foreign and do studies and this and that, you know. I used to tell them, I say, although me never too fixed on the idea because me not like breaking up my family. Me not tell a lie. I believe families must stay together. And I used to say to them, guys, we will think about it and see how it goes, but remember, you know, don't make your mother can't join the Western Union line. I used to say that to them jokingly. I said, do not make your mother can't join the Western Union line, you know. And another thing, remember, my car have to change every 3 years. No if, buts, and maybes. So me don't want to hear. See you there foreign. Mama, me can't pay my light bill. You can't send me a money. Me not depend that. Because if you leave Jamaica, say Jamaica a third world country, not now, go on about the door. And me land you in a foreign. Take a loan, my pension money, sell all my house. If you send mortgage on my house, send it to foreign. And you come call me, you come and tell me about foreign and picnic, take up yourself and come back to your yard here. About me if you send money, come give you do what? Hell no. No, we have to understand. Your children are an extension of you, whether you want to believe it or not. Which is why even now, when them dressing Xander to go on the road, I said, back up that. I said, Xander must dress properly to go on the road. My grandson can't look pop down. We not depend on that. He's an extension of this family. And as such, he has to be incorporated into this family. Therefore, we iron our clothes. Female clothes must iron too. I don't want to see me crush up clothes on the road, right? And here must comb, just like how we dress up ourselves up on the road. He's an extension of our family now. He's a part of our family, and as such, he represents us. So when he's on the road and somebody says, "Miss the grandson's under there," we must feel proud. See, Miss the daughter Tonya and Miss the daughter Rachel, we must feel good in myself anyway, me there, because they're an extension. Take your job as a parent seriously, right? Melissa says, I like the construction field. I don't want to be the builder. Is there any other opportunity in the field? You don't have to be the builder. Remember, you can do like me, the project manager. But guess what, Melissa? You go have to go learn some basics. So jump into the construction 1 and 2 level. Learn some basics of how they must lay the block, right? What size pipe they must use, how the formwork must do, how the drywall must set up. You don't have to touch drywall. I don't touch drywall, nail and them something. The most me have is a tape measure, a level, and a square. Those are my 3 tools. A tape measure, a level, and a square, right? Those are the tools as a manager or as a project supervisor you'll probably have. You probably also use a laser level. I have a laser level walking around with in my bag too. But for the most part, that's what you'll use: a tape measure, the level, and the square. The square is for your corners. You make sure your walls
can learn drafting too.
You can learn drafting as well. Yeah, you can learn technical drawing. I'm calling it technical drawing. So if you're in Jamaica, the first place you would go to learn technical drawing is one of those technical schools. So go to them, find out when the classes are. I know Kingston Technical used to have some classes in the nights.
Isn't there like, what's the company called? Vector Tech? No, BDTI?
BDTI and Papi. Them teach that. Where she can go. You can go learn AutoCAD and those things. But I jumped in the construction class because I knew I had to supervise men and I wanted to understand what they were doing. Ladies, is it worth taking a loan to build if the loan being offered is not enough to complete the land, the build? Knowing that you will end up with an unfinished building and a loan to pay back. You're right. It's not worth it. If the building not unfinished and you can't live in it, you must can't live in it. So if you take the loan, you only build a section that will be finished. So let us say the loan only go and build the garage. The garage have roof, it have window, it have floor, and so on. You can't live in that section. But don't spread out the money over the whole land and you can't live in it, right? And the 8 million houses for sale in St. Catherine, where you have 8 million house? Portmore? Waterford?
We sold the Waterford.
Sold the Waterford.
I don't have any right now.
And a calculator, the way I'm walk up and now with a calculator. My calculator in my head. But yeah, I'm a phone. If I really need to use it, I have it. Welcome your banks. Did AutoCAD and Riveting College. Yeah. AutoCAD and Riveting College. Yeah, AutoCAD. Build a smaller home. Yes, Sophia. Build a smaller home. So if you know you only have 10 million in them, tell it's only a 2-bedroom, build 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. And when you finish, build that. If you can get more money, loan, then you go back to draftsman, make him do an addition on the plan, you get it approved again, and you go back again. But don't build a big house and spread out and you can't finish it. You always live on a construction site, feel as if you don't accomplish anything, right? Another thing you can do too is your children. So your children maybe at a certain stage. Because that's what I do. I plan my life according to how my children going to come up in the stage. So I remember when I had Rachel. So when Tony and just went to high school, so when they finished pay the prep school fee them, just have Rachel, I said, you know something, I have to jump into university now. Because if I never went into the university at that time, when I finished pay the prep school fee and Tony in high school, where the fees are cheap, I would not have been able to afford it.
And before Rachel
started prep school. So I had to time it for that 4 years when Rachel was waiting to before, and for that period now when Tony went into high school. So I actually did not touch a university until Tony went to Andrews High in first form. And just before
we started school the same time.
We started school the same time. I can't believe it. And when we have finished the degree now, Tony and I got do our O levels, our CXC, sorry, and then Rachel I got jump in at the prep school. So me have the IFE again for pay. But you have to kind of plan it, right? So you can also say, all right, you know, this child is gonna be 18 in 2-3 years. She may have a little job, she can have her NHT. But me buy the land now. So you might have 2-3 years where you're waiting for your child and you're saving for your child to get to the job. And you have to talk to them about this and let them know the plan. You have to talk to them. You can't just get up every day and give the lunch boy and a plan. What is the plan? The people them want some guidance. They need to talk to them.
Not only that, they want to know what's happening.
They want to know.
They want to know what's the plan for their family.
Yeah.
You have to tell them.
You have to tell them. A lot of you not talking to the kids. Them don't even know you live in our rent house.
Yeah.
And you don't own nowhere. Them don't know your salary. Them don't know nothing. I don't expect things from them. You have to teach. You have to tell them what is expected. I need you going to university. When you come back, I know your sister have to go off or whatever. You tell them. You expect them to come back. Tell them what you want them to do. And don't run them out of the house. You sell on the street for 13 years. Hard work and sacrifice. I'm going in the short-term rentals. Right, Dwayne. Good. Very good. All fixer upper. Everything we have in the all done. Done. The main point is to move onto the land as soon as possible. Yes. Hi, Miss Claudia. I'll probably say to the question. You ask, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What's the process to obtain a real estate license? That's easy. Go on a real estate board website. REB, real estate board website. reb.gov.jm. They have the courses outlined.
There's courses done every year. I think registration is January, and then I believe the course is either March or April.
Oh, so it's not every 2 a year.
I think so.
Maybe 2 a year.
Maybe 2 a year.
And then
but they have a schedule on the website.
It's on the website. The cost is there. You just come in and do your course, pass the exam. Somebody was telling me it's only 20% pass the exam though. So you have to study from day one.
And make sure you have the headspace and the time to study.
Yeah, you have to study from day one. When we did it, I did it first. Tony went on to become an agent as well. I didn't think it was difficult, but then we're disciplined.
We used to study.
We're not jumping in no class.
And I did my license right after college, so I was still in study mode.
Mm-hmm. I did mine long after, but I studied. I studied. And of course, I'm in the top percentage. One of them have a name on the board.
What board?
They should have that to them. They would have been up there saying, name on the board. Claudia Davis, top marks. So
and form a study group if you can.
And form it. You can't do it without a study group, guys. Those of you who want to get a real estate license to sell real estate, like us, you cannot do it without a group.
Even if it's just one other person.
Yeah, you have to do it. I studied with a group. Because you're gonna learn more things in depth when you're with the group. Some things where you think you know, you don't know it. Is when the slow person in the group asks you. Everybody in the group must have some brighter than you and some slower than you. So when you join group for study, make sure you are the middle one. If you find you are the brightest one in the group, join a different group. You must be in the middle. So you must have brighter than you and you must have slower than you. Because the slow one, they might keep you on your toe too, because they might ask some question there and say, no, them not understand that. And when you try to explain it, you realize that you don't understand it either. So and I teach my children that too from going into school. Remember, you must be the middle in the group, right? Now, Rich Dad teaches these concepts. He says ESBI. The E is for employee. This is where most of us start out. And this is a quadrant he does. The S is for self-employed. This is where some of us are now. S, self-employed, meaning you still have a work. It's just that you employ yourself. B, business owner. And I stands for investor. Which one of the two you think Robert Kiyosaki wants you to get to? Which two?
Once a license is obtained, is it easy to join the workforce and obtain a realtor job? It's easy to join the workforce. Yeah. Harder to get a job.
Yeah. I mean a realtor job. What's a realtor job?
Your first sale, isn't it?
Oh, you consider the job a first sale?
Yeah. After that, you just.
I only sold one property in my first year. That was 2008. It's a good thing I never jump out. I never get flustered. We don't usually get flustered. Once we start the race, I'm steady. That's me. Once I start the race, me buckle down, hunker down, study, I'm going to go through.
People are saying B and I.
B and I. Good. Excellent. So you don't want to be the employee. You don't want to be a self-employed. He says you want to be on either business owner or the investor.
Being self-employed is the worst one up there.
Which one is the best one?
Investor.
The investor is the best one. Self-employee is the worst one.
No, self-employed is the worst one.
Self-employed.
You don't know if you're gonna have work, and you have to work harder than anybody else there to get work.
Yeah, yeah. And you are pay yourself.
You pay yourself.
So you only can rely on yourself, you know. At least with employee, your
Pay
boss work about that.
Yeah.
Your boss work about that, not you. All right. So the key teaches us about the cash flow quadrant. Now the schools, he says the schools won't teach you this. So employee, your time is what you use to make money. So you work 8 to 5. You have no leverage. Self-employed, again, time is what you use to make money. You have no leverage. Some Sasha says self-employed can't take time off work. If you don't go to work, no money. Somebody said to me, Claudia, please don't rest, you don't take time off. I said, yeah, when hurricane are gonna blow that my time off. But don't call a hurricane.
Or mandatory government still holidays.
Holiday. The best time of my life was COVID. And those curfews at 5, Tony. Remember?
I remember.
Oh my God. And the time when them said stay home Sunday. Curfew. That was my time off. All right. So employee, no leverage. Self-employed, no leverage.
What's that thing in the bottom? Tracing what?
Tracking time for money.
Oh.
Trading or tracking.
Trading.
Yeah, you always have trade time for money. But business owners use people as leverage.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So business owners, I hope people that work for them, use them as leverage to make money. The investor, use passive income. Your income is not dependent on your presence. So you know you're an investor when your income is not dependent on you being there. If you have to physically be there, you're not an investor yet.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta go because the book club people are waiting. All right, everybody. You want to know about okay, yeah. So when you go to the school, pass your exams, then you're gonna attach to a broker. So like I'm a broker with a company, so you can attach to me. That's easy. Mm-hmm. We give you some training to get out there and start selling. But as Tony says, the hard part is getting the job to sell somebody place.
And that's getting a seller, yeah.
Yeah, that's getting a seller to say, hey, I want you sell my place and actually sign up and actually getting it sold.
Right.
That's the hard part in real estate.
Because there's a huge competition of other agents that can sell the person's place. So it's for you to get in front of that person and convince them that you're the best person to sell it. Yeah.
Yeah. Ian Debbie says Ian B with over 500 employees. Wow.
Yeah.
So you attach to the broker and of course finding a seller. Yeah. You have to attach to a broker. Attach to a broker. They will always teach you, but it's best you buy your books. That's how I did. I trained myself, right? Buy your books, know about real estate, and everything there is a system. No matter what you see going on in the world, if you say make this TV or make this computer, there's always a system to it. If you go and study it and practice it, you will get it. A lot of persons want to skip out the studying and the practicing. It don't happen. You have to study and you have to practice in any profession. It don't matter. So if you're a teacher, lawyer, doctor, Indian chief, you have to study the technique and how this thing works, and you have to practice. Same thing with selling real estate or selling any product, anything. All right, guys, thank you so much for staying. As I said, next week we won't have live. We'll let you know what's happening as soon as this course thing. And I just called me this week to come to orientation Friday and tell me. And I applied before COVID.
I guess
COVID just shut down everything, right? So, but we're here now. So, look what you have learned for the past 3 months. Take it, implement it, run with it, guys. Run with it. So that when you call me, you can say, yeah, Miss D, I know $10 million, want an investment property. This and I'm a pre-approval and this is what I'm doing. Yeah. Right. And remember, if you have property to sell in Jamaica, some of you have properties in some areas that you really need to sell and realign yourselves because you're not going back to those places. And your children are not going back. Them's the first world living. Them not going to so forget it. You need to realign yourself and get something sensible you can leave for your grandkids, your great grand or whatever. Right? All right, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Bye. Those of you join me in the book club.
Jennifer, I miss you already.
Thank you, Jennifer. I miss you too. That's Jennifer Jackson.
Mhm.
Yeah.